The 2-plate bench is something only 0.075% of people can do. But as amazing as that sounds, most people are out of shape and lazy. How impressive really is it?
Let's take a moment to decide if a 225 bench is something you can actually be proud of. First off, it mainly depends on body weight. Of course, for a lighter person, it's going to be way harder to pull up that weight. And for someone weighing 300 pounds, it's way below their body weight even, which is kind of ass. If we compare someone who is 150 pounds, a 225 bench press is 1.5 times their body weight. Whereas for someone like me, 180 pounds, it's 1.25 times, which isn't nearly as much and can be easily achieved with just a little bit of lifting, honestly. The other thing we can look at is also factors like height. For me, I'm way taller, I'm 6'3", and it's a lot harder to bench. Leverage doesn't work in your favor and you have to move the weight further along. That's just how that works, sadly. That being said, I can still work on my bench since I'm a bit heavier than most, which is good for me. Although my ratio isn't as good, I can still put up a decent amount of weight. Most who train consistently will be able to reach 225 within maybe just a year. 2 if you're very light and maybe not training the best way. The fact is, it doesn't take all that long, so is it something we can really be proud of?
In about 10 days, boys, I'll be reaching my first year of lifting, and in my first 8 months of that year, I spent my time doing Smith bench, where I started at struggling to rep 110 pounds. I moved on to free weights about 3 months ago, where my first real PR was 170 pounds. Barely progressing from there for around 2 months, it rose to 195, which I was stuck at for another month. Just a few weeks ago though, I jumped up straight to 205, which was a 10-pound PR, and I'm pretty damn proud of it. And now I'm going full throttle to chase 225 before my first official year, which might not happen since I only have like 9 days left.
The point I'm trying to make is that it's just my first year, which classifies me as a total beginner basically. And I'm already close to 225. So it is a milestone, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not one of the biggest. You're not gonna be one of the strongest guys in the world after you bench 225, but I think it's something you should be proud of, because I know that when I bench 225, I might have a cake or something with my boys just to celebrate it. It's gonna be one of the most important achievements of my life, and I think that's what it'll be. I think even I might make it like a second birthday. I might just celebrate it each year like this was the day where I made my first big step towards progression. My first big move towards becoming a strong man. Because I don't know how many years it'll take, but I sure do want to hit 315 and maybe 405 if that's possible. But I think maybe I can do it if I keep lifting. So, although it's not the craziest, most impressive lift, I think you can still hold it in your heart as just a memory worth cherishing, because it is something you had to work for, and it's the first thing probably in your life that you've had to put this much effort into. So I say, hold it right here and be proud of yourself.